Up next, a Fox Business Alert. Brand new joblessness numbers about to be released. What are they? An instant analysis next. Then, do these folks really need to be on welfare?
I have a TV.
Yeah, I have a television.
You have air conditioning?
Yes.
Cable TV?
Yeah.
How many channels?
One.
John Stossel checking into that and exposing the ugly side of entitlements. Coming up. Next up on the rundown, do these folks really need welfare?
Cable TV?
Yeah.
How many channels?
101.
How many?
101. Play games on it mostly.
Game player, video player?
Yeah, I play video games.
You have a cell phone?
Yeah, of course I do.
John Stossel asking that question and exposing the ugly side of entitlements.
He should have gone for the T-bone.
Exactly.
All right, Brian, thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Well, the purpose of government assistance is to help people who are down on their luck so that they can get back on their feet.
That's right. But as the number of people collecting welfare and disability checks continues to grow, as we've been talking this week, it seems so does America's culture of dependency. John Stossel talked to one welfare recipient who seemed to think, that is to say, the government had all the answers.
Give us more jobs and more opportunities for those less fortunate.
Government should just create a job.
Create jobs, yeah, create more jobs.
More food stamps?
More food stamps.
More welfare?
More welfare.
A lot more everything.
So is welfare creating more victims? And it's actually helping. Joining us now is the host of Stossel, John Stossel himself. So is the system not doing what it's intended to do?
Well, I think government was there to keep us safe, and welfare was a new idea. It used to be done by private charities, which did it better because they knew who needed help and who needed a kick in the rear. But now we have these programs. But you can see it with the war on poverty, how it created dependency. I mean, look at this.
All right.
They can proudly say, Lyndon Johnson, we wage war on poverty, we create welfare. Poverty goes down for the next 6 years. But look at before it started. Americans were lifting themselves out of poverty. Welfare continued that, and then progress stopped and has gone up and down since.
Yeah.
So we taught people to be dependent.
And wouldn't you say that, given the fact, when you looked at the last presidential election, you know, there were a number of people on the right who said, look, everybody's going to vote for Barack Obama because he's given away so much free stuff.
Maybe, and we all get free stuff. I mean, I'm getting Medicare now. That feels like free stuff.
Way to go. You earned it, though.
We went to one jobs office where we found all kinds of entry-level jobs just outside. Inside, they said, oh, no jobs around. And one of the welfare workers actually admitted that, yeah, we probably encourage people not to look for work.
And do you think you and Human Resources encourage people to be dependent?
Yes, we do.
So what should be done about that?
I don't really know. I don't really know. I guess stop giving away the money and then they'll get a job.
And you work for the government.
That's right.
Well,
But if
that's
refreshing.
I know. If you're in 35 states, though, the minimum wage there is less than what you can make being on welfare. So the motivation to go get a job is almost non-existent in 35 states.
Often, and disability ranks going up. So what's weird about that? Better medicine, less manual labor, and more Americans are disabled. It used to be a stigma to take a handout, and now you start to feel like you're a sucker if you don't because your neighbor is getting it. So,
you know, my wife and I were talking about this. Once upon a time, there was some shame to it. You know, occasionally, on some occasions, families would fall to the stage where they would have to get some sort of government assistance. But now it's exactly what you're talking about. Hey, it's out there. Let's take it.
And I was at fault. I joined the chorus that said it's not right. These people who, through no fault of their own, need help, and we're shaming them. That's terrible. But it's grown from that to this entitlement.
And people who need it should get it, but it's the other people that you got to worry about. And this is what you're going to be talking about tonight on your show, right?
That's right.
All right, well, we're going to be watching
Thanks.
9 o'clock Eastern on the Fox Business Network. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, John.